the thing is,
Since before marriage is a seed.
the partner that I want,
Huh?
God won't choose that partner for me
Mm.
because that partner won't be living with God.
What do you love about
Perfect
Kuzo
description.
Perez? Our perfect scripture.
Physical attributes, height wise, body shape, skin tone. That's my kind of thing.
Oh.
And the fact that she's also Tsonga.
Oh, ndimutsonga ne?
Yeah. So.
You Tsonga as well?
Yeah. Struggle nyana. So she actually felt like I'm not defending her enough.
Even.
Because initially, because she's older than me,
Hmm.
my sister thought she's the one who's pulling the strings in everything. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. And even though she wasn't.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
So the only way to survive Moskrala is to be your own person.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't be influenced by anything that comes because it will go definitely. So
okay.
if you can master being your own person in Hamaskral, are you gonna get it right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We're chilling with Tebza the pastor.
Yeah.
So do you ever preach?
Yeah, I do preach.
Ne?
Yeah, I do preach.
What were you preaching about the last time?
I was preaching about prayer, just defining prayer.
Mm-hmm.
To say prayer is actually a sensible and sincere way of talking to God. Yeah, so it means when you pray, you must understand yourself what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
And also you must understand who God is. Because God is our Father, so you can't complain to someone whom you know they have access to, infinite resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just dealing about that. That's what I was preaching about.
So do you think prayer works?
Yeah, I believe prayer works.
Ne?
Yeah, I believe prayer works because okay, I'm one person, I believe in the Bible a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, and I believe the Bible says, "Call unto me, and I will answer." So I
yeah.
believe that the moment we take everything up with God, He hears and He responds. And every time I preach, I love to say that Mudimo hasn't jita skrala. He won't twist your arm and say, "Yeah, Anrate,
Yeah.
Morao, do things for me." No, God is just spontaneous. He lets you flow however you want.
That's true.
That's why He gave us one big gift, which is the power of free will.
Yeah.
I mean, He has the ability to create, so therefore He has the ability to destroy the moment you make a mistake. But
Yeah.
it's not like that. So hence, the Word of God encourages us to say, everything in all things, take it up with God, just so that you let Him know whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you're not comfortable with.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's true. So have you ever been in a situation whereby you're like, God, there's no God anymore. You've been trying and trying, and then you're like, ish.
Yeah.
And then something happened. You were like, man, there is God.
Okay. On my profile, it is written that I'll use my life as an example for others. Basically, my life is just an example of how good God is. Because there was a point where I left high school, pursued graphic arts and designing, didn't find employment.
What do you mean you left high school?
Like as in quit grade 11.
So you finished school at grade 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quit high school and say I want to do graphic arts. And by the way, I was performing quite well. If you can check my results from grade 8, 9, I was doing great in maths and science. So I left high school because I realized that I'm a creative.
Oh, you're a creative.
And there isn't a template for such people, especially in our current schooling system. So I left school, went to pursue graphic arts and designing, got qualified, didn't get a job for them.
Oh,
Went back to finish up my N6, which in mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a job for that.
Oh, shucks. Yeah.
So I started, that's when I started working towards my public speaking career, life coaching career. Actually, I didn't think that one can become a public speaker professionally.
Yeah.
I've always been a person who's chosen to represent students, to speak, to address people. That was all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was when I thought I'm hitting rock bottom, I discovered that you can study public speaking, you can study life coaching. I went down that path, but still things were not looking up. And I was like,
Yo,
God,
shucks.
you have taken me somewhere here.
Mm.
But then what happened was that's when I went into radio.
Oh, okay.
And me going into radio, I didn't anticipate it, I didn't expect it.
Mm.
One guy invited me on his show, the show which I'm hosting currently.
Yeah.
And I took it as a just an ordinary invitation. You know, when you're used to people inviting you to speak somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to interview me on his radio show. Fine, I went there. I preached on the show. And he was like, man, look, I'm coming from Joburg every day, every
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So I will need someone who will somehow assist me in this.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, the time that he does his show,
Yeah.
it won't interrupt my schedule on Sundays.
Mm.
So the show is between 6 to 7, and I was like, maybe I can give it a try. Plus,
Yeah.
I don't struggle with waking up early. I was like, I can give it a try. I can assist till you
Yeah.
find someone.
Yeah.
So he was like, no, I'm gonna get someone who's gonna shadow you, help you know your way around the studio.
Mm.
Then, boom, 6 months down the line, the guy no longer came to the show and he was like, Nada, that's you there.
Oh, you will handle the
Yeah,
show.
that's you there.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm no longer coming.
So why did you leave school? Why would you decide or nah, man?
Okay.
I said nah.
Reason number one was that I realized that I'm a creative person. I'm a creative being. Reason number two,
So creative people they must not go to school.
no, remember I didn't leave the schooling, the education system. I
Mm.
left a specific school which was hosting a specific group of kids,
Which group of?
and I was this odd one out.
Mm-hmm.
Remember in our public schools,
Mm.
we don't have a stream for people who pursue arts.
That's true.
We don't have a stream for people who pursue music.
Mm.
We don't have a stream for people who pursue maybe these artistic things,
Yeah.
drawing,
Yeah.
sketches.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
So I was that person.
So why was no auto hella the school that they are doing? What you don't want to do? Why is it that you say we're creative at school?
What happened was when I was supposed to go into grade 10
Mm.
from grade 9, my brother advised me to go to a technical school so that I can, yeah, they
Oh.
have a stream for drawing and whatnot. I was like, nah, man. Like I said about the vibe.
Yeah.
When you're used to a certain vibe, I was like, no, man, I want to remain in Hammanskraal. I can't afford
But
to go
there
to
are no
social.
technical schools here in
Hammanskraal,
Namaskral.
there
Yeah.
aren't any.
Just say you're not have a school.
There aren't
Like
any.
those are
Listen,
the stream, whatnot.
fortunately enough, I still have my high school books. What made me
Oh,
reach a
okay.
point of saying I want to leave school was that I used to draw almost every diagram from my life science book
Oh, okay.
into my notebook.
Mm.
So instead of spending time studying, so it was my way of studying,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
copying every single thing, drawing everything single
Mm.
thing as it is. That's what made me do well in that stream. But
Oh.
now I've realized that I'm one person. If I'm not comfortable, I leave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And also not in
Yeah.
a sense of getting comfortable to do whatever I want.
If you're getting comfortable, you leave.
If I get
Comfortable,
uncomfortable,
you
I
leave.
leave.
Oh.
So
Lemon cholo.
yeah, I definitely do that.
Serious.
I'm one person, I don't mind moving from one partner to another. One partner to another.
Better the tender one, not one, not one.
No, not really the one north per se.
But there's nothing wrong.
There is everything wrong actually.
And then how come is it that you are a pastor but you believe in going to different relationships?
Okay,
Why don't you wait until you get married?
the thing is, the
Sex before marriage
partner,
is a sin.
the partner that I want,
Huh?
God won't choose that partner for me.
Mm.
Because that partner won't be living with God.
They will
That
live in with
partner
you.
will be living
So
with
when I
me.
be like below, you are searching.
Definitely. But no, I've stopped searching.
But why is it? But I agree. I believe that God, we must ask God for anything. Why is it that
Definitely.
you can't pray and be like God?
Remember,
Kopela pa bi cool.
in
Kopela ngwanyana mo so.
the reason why God can't choose a partner for us, it's because we don't ask Him for a directive in everything that we do. So I can't ask God for Pabi Cooper, whereas my life is way opposite of where Pabi Cooper is. It's like me asking for a car, but I don't have a license.
Yeah.
So now that's why God allows us to go to wherever and trust Him to make us meet the right people. So, and in us praying and asking for God, remember there's also what we want.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So in as much as Bona, you can trust God however you want, you can believe in God however you want.
Yeah.
But all in all, what you also want will always have a way of coming into play.
That's true. That's true.
So that's where the issue of searching comes in. Because I've realized that also a mistake in me searching was the transitions I'm going through. At some point, I wasn't this deep in the things of God.
Yeah.
At some point, I wasn't this devoted to the things of God at the same time. So, and it also comes down to my philosophy of the partner that I want. I believe that a partner, when the Bible says it's a helper, it's someone who has to help you in what you are already doing.
A wife or a partner?
A partner.
A girlfriend?
A partner. A person you will pair up with
in
this journey.
In the Bible, get a partner that will help.
No, remember, he who finds a wife.
Oh, okay.
So it means that when you find, the person doesn't become a wife automatically the moment you find. The person is already a wife.
Oh, okay.
In their own right. You are the one who now has to make it formal that you become a husband. Remember, when I meet someone, we are not husband and wife. Even if I can have intentions of marrying the person, but until I make it formal to say I do, the person says I do, that's when you become husband and wife.
Oh.
It's either we do God's will or we don't. There's no option of doing God's will our own way. Otherwise, it's no longer His will, but it's ours. Thato ya hao ha iphethehe, but we are blocking thato eo from ho phetheha. Lord, have your way in me, but we are blocking that way from happening. So hence I'm saying, with a partner, as someone that you pair up with, just so you can see how compatible you are, before you then move on to the stage of saying, I'm becoming a husband and she has to become a wife.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that phase. That's why, if you can realize, most Bazalwani, they experience so much divorce because we believe in this thing of dating is wrong. But dating is merely a phase of collecting data, collecting information about a person. It's
But
not
from what person?
Yeah, from one. Hence, I'm saying I don't mind moving from this person. It doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So the thing about my philosophy, I believe that a person must reflect my values also.
So, do you think, now you mentioned the fact they are divorced over Zalwan?
Yeah.
Do you think, or if maybe you had a church, and people are married, will you bring a sexologist to come and talk with the married people? Only married people, or a sexologist come through, marriage counseling come through?
Yeah, I believe I would.
Ne?
Because there's a passage in the Bible where Apostle Paul says, if you burn with desire, marry. To say, if you feel like otsogelwa ke nama, get married. Because it is only in marriage where you are allowed to satisfy nama sexually.
Which verse is this?
It's in, I think, First Corinthians. I'll check it for you.
Yeah.
Paul says, if you burn, I urge you that if you burn with desire, marry. And then the very same Paul says, but I advise you to be single as I am. Why? Because Paul was one guy who was very devoted to God. He had his, not that he was perfect, but he had his way right with God.
Yeah.
He found discipline, and so like, it's way.
Yeah.
You get it? So now, with getting a sexologist, sometimes when the Bible encourages that only a married man must have sexual relations with his wife,
Yeah.
it also comes to the part of saying, how can that man do it? You get my point?
Yeah.
Because it's not like every one of us, we are born with experience of how to do things. That's why at some point we we need people who can teach us, people who have dedicated their lives to go and study for that, so that they can teach. Hence, it wouldn't be a problem for me to teach married people, to get a sexologist to teach married people.
Nah,
Yeah,
I think they must do it too.
definitely, because that's why we avoid the issue of now mamukete in the church going now to find a certain someone whom she feels she does it right. Because remember, with sex,
That's true.
sex
Yeah.
we are talking about satisfying also your imagination. You
Yeah.
know, having your mind fulfilled to say, I looked at this and now I'm satisfied. Hence, also with a partner, I usually recommend people to say, don't forsake your physical desire. Don't say when you love fat women and you go for that slender who has a kind heart, because you're gonna end up cheating that slender with a good heart with that fat woman that you have an image of in your mind. So hence, with sex, if a woman feels that she has to be satisfied in this way, and then she looks at Brother Mukete in the church, she feels, or this one can do me right, she's gonna go for that.
Yeah.
But now, if the man, the husband, reaches the point of saying, I am doing how she imagines this to be, then divorce will be avoided. And even with husbands, they will avoid going outside either to buy or to have extramarital relations.
Asha, nigga, Abudi.
Okay, motor ke sa shuka.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Ah, no stress, no stress. Okay. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
So every guy, every person actually, they have an image of a woman that they feel can satisfy them.
What's yours?
Not really slender, not really chubby, but
Manso.
some.
Let's go to celebrities. Both are like this one. Boiti.
The thing is with these celebrities, let's say Kuto Tele. Yeah, that's just my crush.
Kuzo
Tele.
Teledi.
Yes.
Serious?
Kuto Tele.
What do you love about
Perfect
Kuzo
description.
Teledi? A perfect scripture.
Physical attributes, height wise, body shape, skin tone. That's my kind of thing.
Oh.
And the fact that she's also Tsonga.
Oh, Ndimutsonga, ne?
Yeah. So.
You Tsonga as well?
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever reached out to Kuzo? Like, date
Not really. Apart from just, there was this challenge that was going on TikTok. Dalang food.
Oh, so you did that with Kuzo?
Yeah.
And she didn't respond whatsoever?
Yeah. No, but then it's
But you know
because
she's beautiful.
yeah, it's
Shemina,
because
she
I
is,
believe
yes,
that
yes.
sometimes
I feel like she's smart. Like,
definitely
like
what
being
another
smart.
thing that makes me love her. I don't know. I don't know her apart from social media and the radio mic.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah.
Because we are different people.
Mm.
You are this person when you are doing the podcast, and you are this person when you
When
are at
you're doing,
home, when you're in your own space.
yeah.
So I just love how she is, hearing her from radio, how she packages herself on social media. But then I'm one person, I believe that sometimes a crush should just remain a crush, because you might end up crushing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
you be with someone because of hafisa, then you realize, or no, mara motho wa nkgafela, wait. So hence,
Yeah.
I'm not one to pursue this and say, I like this one. Yeah, I'm like, I like her, I admire her. I don't want to go into a DMs, pest her and whatnot. I like her. It ends there. If it happens that we meet, she will know. If she thinks I was not serious, I was not pursuing her enough, it's okay.
Nah. Have they ever broke your heart?
Yeah. Yo, can I have water? Yeah, man. My heart was once broken. 2016. Yeah, 2016 it was. Yeah, it was. And those years, Jolo was just perfect. Let's
Ne?
be honest. Things,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think God was involved at that time. Then 2018, that's when he started throwing in the towel. So yeah, my heart was broken. 2016,
Mm.
yeah, by this chick. I was madly in love with her. Did almost everything for her. You know, when you don't have much,
Mm.
the little that you have, you see it as
Mm.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't have much. I wasn't working properly,
Mm.
but the little that I had, for mere fact that
Nakopan ko guys.
we met at a church camp, at a church camp, and
Yeah.
funny story. She was interested in this brother of mine from church, but the
Mm.
brother just wasn't there. So she would come to me and be like, "No, talk to this and that. You know, I've been trying to reach out to him, and
Mm.
it's like he's not there." And I was like, "Ish." And I would talk to the guy, genuinely
Eh,
talk to the
bana
guy,
nazo.
you know. But then how I was mediating,
Mm.
she felt as though, no, this guy is smart. This guy is intelligent.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
guy, he's perfect.
Mm.
Then I don't know. One thing led to another, and we started calling each other babe, ratolaga.
Yeah, man.
So you know how relationships sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't go from let's do this, but it
Mm.
goes from hey han, hey babe, and then boom, you're an item.
Mm.
So that's how we met, and yeah, we were doing quite nice considering the fact that it was
Mm-hmm.
somehow a long distance relationship. I was
Mm.
in Hammanskraal, she was attending at MGI in Midrand.
Mid-rand. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah.
so whenever I had something, Yana, I would manage to have her come this side.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah, even when we had some church conferences, Easter
Mm.
conferences,
Yeah.
yeah, we were sort of like the power couple,
Mm.
so
Nice. And then,
so no, it happened that I got involved into forex trading. Yeah,
uh,
got into forex trading, and my first withdrawal, I remember I bought a belt, and it's not the one I'm wearing.
mm.
I still have that belt. I bought that belt. It was worth 12,000 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that belt,
You still trading now, or
and
you left trading?
I left trading
Why?
because it demands a lot. And
Oh, so you can trade.
yeah,
What strategy are you using?
uh, I prefer technical analysis.
So you have manuals and videos and everything.
No, not really. I stopped using those things because I don't think there's a manual that can help me make that much money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, without making me lose money. Yeah,
Oh, so now you withdraw 12,000.
yeah. I bought the belt, and we got into an argument. It was not over the belt, but it was over the time I was spending there and not spending with her. So and she was like, "Yeah, no,
Bandala 12,000.
yeah, you
When
was
I blew it.
exactly." And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So she asked me one question. So you mean to
Mm,
tell me that you love money more than me? That's
mm.
why I messed up. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. So I understand it hurt her. I'm not gonna justify it. It
Mm,
hurt her. So fast forward to when we had our second argument. I think that was her comeback because
yeah.
we were arguing, and I was like, but after all the things I've been sacrificing for you, her response was, I never asked you to do any of that. And there was it. There was the end of the relationship.
So
I
what?
can't recall if she's the one who called it quits or I was the one, but iphelile khona lapho. And
Konje ke imali ithola.
man, Tando, her name is Tando
Tanduma.
Mkhwanazi.
Ngona ngomsearch. Tando. Yay, yay, yay.
Yeah, and
Sebano.
funny enough, we are still in touch. Yeah,
Mm.
and we have this tradition, Yana.
Hey.
Every year when the year ends, after we cross over, we call each other. I don't know. It's just something that we.
Ah, my man, does your boyfriend know that you still?
You mean my girlfriend?
Yeah.
No, I don't think she does. Nah, she doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's an innocent thing of saying, "Hey, Mam Kwanazi, compliments of the new season.
Mm.
Compliments of the new season." That's what. Then that's all.
So for you to for her to say hore azanga awukhopela, what did you do for her?
Uh, there was a time where I actually invited her over the side.
Atlatla ko mitrend at
Yeah,
Hammanskraal.
yeah. And what happened was we had some clashes with my mom. My
Mhm.
mom wanted me to sleep home, and I
Yeah.
wanted to go and sleep where I had booked for us.
Yeah, man.
You know,
So you
so
booked so many nights?
no, it was just one night.
One night.
Yeah, so it was a
That's
bit
one
of
night.
a struggle, nyana. So she actually felt like I'm not defending her enough
Even.
because initially, because she's older than me,
Mm.
my sister thought she's the one who's pulling the strings in everything, you
No.
know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even though she wasn't swearing at her and all of
Mm.
that, but that sense, Yoguti, I don't want you for my little brother. You are a
Mm.
bad influence, end
Eish.
it and all of. So she felt like I'm not defending her enough, and the
Mm.
conversation led to me saying, but then isn't it evident enough what I'm doing for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then she was like, but I never asked you to sacrifice all of that.
After booking for her.
Yeah, bruv. And the first booking that I made for us, it was,
So this one was the second one.
yeah,
The first
the
one.
first booking I made for her, it was, I used the money for my fees. I had just completed N2, supposed to go and do N3. You know how private colleges are, you pay. So, man, I took that money, I booked, and in Hammanskraal, I booked. The money was spent on fetching her in town, bringing her over this side, food, and transporting her back. So
But no, I think you were doing all of these things out of love
yeah,
for her, ne?
yeah, that's why I'm not even mad about all of those
Yeah.
things.
Mm.
But I actually know how far I can go for someone,
Ne?
even though I don't do that anymore. But yeah,
But why is it that now you don't do it anymore? The girlfriend that you are dating now, Oswela di beza
no,
tatando,
not really. Yeah,
yeah.
no, not really. The thing is,
Only ana no salamu bugen.
yeah, I did book for her.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I did book for her somewhere in
Wana
Hammanskraal.
pila pila wadi guest house, ne?
Some things when you do them, you need enough
Right,
time.
oh yeah, to talk, yeah. But
Yeah,
that's
to
good
talk.
though, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
But she's not suffering for.
no, 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 not really, not really, not really. The thing is, now back then I didn't have many responsibilities, and I
Mm,
didn't have the idea of saving up for the future. I was living for the
oh,
moment.
moment, yeah.
Hence, even taking the money for my fees, I didn't
Mm.
think twice.
Oh,
I was like, hey, love, can we do this weekend? It's like, but we don't
mm.
have money. I was like, don't worry.
But do you think we're like a well, no, no, no. Hakata, no.
Yeah.
I send a message, hey,
Truth be told, yeah.
I still care.
Truth
Why?
be told,
Why do you everybody message,
yeah.
message, hey, I
Truth be
still
told,
care.
yeah. Because I think, okay, nagarato at me, or nagi easy target. The thing with me is that I don't do messy breakups. Yeah, I don't do messy breakups. Oh, so, and even my friends, it's one thing they appreciate about me is that I deal with assets. If I'm with a person, the person brings a lot of value into what I do.
Yeah,
The person brings
yeah,
a lot of value into my life.
yeah.
The person helps structure my life in a way. So hence, even after breaking up, somehow we still get in touch because with Tando, that thing that she knows that I still do graphics, and she's like, "Hey, I have a client. She's an advocate. Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
client who needs this and that.
Oh.
Assets, remember,
What was advocate?
assets." So she's like,
Oh,
I have a
no, yeah.
client. She's a
I'm not comparing, but
she's a multidisciplinary performer. That's
come
what
back.
they call them. Yeah, multidisciplinary performer because
Yeah.
yeah, she does acting, she does drama,
She's
she
on
does
TV now.
theater. Currently, no, but
Oh, but
she's
she's
busy with projects.
auditions.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
these series that go on Zanti Magic, Netflix.
Mm.
Yeah, they're busy with that.
Ne.
Yeah.
So, what's the one thing that you've learned from Joel, per se? Or from Joel?
Okay, one thing I've
Don't
learned
spend
is that
money for the guest house. That
no,
must be number one.
that one I encourage guys to say if you're gonna make a certain bad decision, let it be that it's okay. Yeah,
Mm.
at
So you
least
feel that was a bad decision?
no, not really. Yeah, it was a bad decision at that time.
It was a bad decision because of you took money at the
Yeah, the
already.
fees,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but let's compare the experience.
Oh.
it was
Yeah,
it was
crusty.
nice.
Oh.
At least at least I enjoyed. At least we had that moment. Now, one thing I've learned is that no women are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking that women are the same is the same as saying you can use a Lamborghini on any sort of road.
Oh,
So you don't use a one size fits all approach with women.
oh, so what's the one thing? Let me stop this because of I was asking her, what's the one thing that you saw on the media, on the social media,
Mhm.
and then you were like, no, this is not true? Or what's the one thing we was understanding about what has been said about guys on social media, and you strongly disagree with?
Uh, okay. I think it's the fact that men are stingy. Yeah, I don't believe that men are stingy. If there are men that don't mind spending
Mm.
on chicks, buying them booze and
Yeah,
whatever, men are
yeah.
not stingy. I'm of the opinion that those guys whom they say we are stingy, it's because we are conservative with the little that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, nka se sokole ho kry-a ranta only to spend it in G. Working endless hours, sleepless nights, only to spend it on a weave. Whereas na haircut ya ga ke 50 rand or 25 rand. You get that? It doesn't make me stingy, but it makes me careful with the resources that I have. Atlhalohanya. Take someone into a desert, give them a little portion of water for 3 days, and tell me if that person will be okay with just giving that water to just anyone. So it's the same thing. I believe that men whom they say they are stingy, they're just careful with the little they have. And it also comes down to guys who are tired of being used, in the name of ke sokola this and that, I cannot this and that. But the question is that apart from me, who else do you have to help you with that?
Yeah.
So I don't believe that men are stingy. We are just careful. The same way with women whom we say batimana ka their private part. They are batiman. They are just careful with whom are they opening their legs for. So even with men, we are just careful of whom are we opening our wallets to. Because at this point, if I don't make more than 15,000 a month, even if I'm making it, I can't afford to just hand over 5,000 without knowing how it's gonna come back. That's why even with a partner, you need to get a partner whereby if you happen to assist her with this, you are most definitely sure that if it's your turn, you are in need, she's gonna help you without counting how many times she has helped you before. So that's one thing
true.
I realize is not true about men. Men are not stingy. We are just careful. Yeah.
Transformation.
Speaking, So I believe that Eric Thomas's flow, it's more of hey, get up and do it.
Oh.
And Vusi Tembekwayo's flow, it's more like, come on, look at where you are, look at where you're coming from, and figure out where you need to be, and figure out how you need to be there.
What's your favorite verse?
My favorite verse is Galatians 2:20. Yeah, it says, "I no longer live, but Christ lives in me." Yeah, Galatians 2.
I will check it and post it there as well.
Yeah, it's
What does
it's
it
in
say?
the New Testament. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. It's like a statement for me to say, my life is not my own. I no longer do things by my own thinking. I believe that God aligns things however they're supposed to be.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. No, guys, thank you very much for coming through.
Where?
This was worth it. This one,
Yeah,
this one is the one.
Definitely.
This one is the one. Man.
one.
Thank you for your time. Terra, what's happening?
Terrara Pub and Grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is your next event? When can people find it?
Okay. This on the 8th, we are actually having a pool party. On the 3rd of April, we are hosting Maestro. On the 1st of April, we are hosting DJ Pense and DJ Park.
Oh, DJ Pub. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's dope. D-Shot Podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Ish, I'm crusty
Yeah.
today, so yeah, ski see that. But don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and check us all on all our social media pages, guys.
Yeah.
If you like the podcast, please do comment. If you feel that maybe you have some questions or maybe you want to ask Tebogos something, do comment, and I'll make sure that he gets all the questions. Then he
Yeah.
will be able to respond as well. You can send DMs. Do you get DMs as well
Yeah,
from girls?
I do. And they make me happy.
If you were a porn star, last one. If you were a porn star, what would your name be?
Daddy Sweats.
Ladies first. And your favorite position, what would it be? Pasta. That them rude.
Ah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Subscribe.